Yeah, today I want to talk about my Casio Tough Solar W-S220 watch. This thing's kind of known as a little brother of the G-Shock, but it's certainly proven to be just as durable. I've actually had this watch for about 10 years now. This thing has seen some serious abuse. You can see all the battle scars and nicks and dings on this thing. I mean, I've really abused this. I've done plumbing wearing this watch. I've worked offshore oil for a few years wearing this watch. I have a gun manufacturing business now here in Texas, and I've used it while sandblasting, running CNC equipment. I've taken it snorkeling, swimming. I mean, you name it, this thing has taken a beating and just kept on ticking. So the good thing about these is their price. They're about anywhere from $30 to $40, depending on where you get them. I think I bought mine at Walmart, and I paid probably about $35 for it. But the good thing is they have the solar cell, like most of your G-Shocks, so you never have to change the battery. It just charges through ambient light as well as solar. It's got a little, let me see if I can get it to show up here. Right there where it says H, M, and L. That kind of tells you the battery life that's left. I've never had this thing go below H. And you can see the little horizontal line going across there showing that it's in between H and M there. But I've never had it drop below right there. So, and I've had this thing sitting in a closet as long as 2-3 months without wearing it in the dark in a drawer. So that's pretty impressive battery life out of this thing. They have a lot of neat features. I'll see if I can demonstrate some of them here. Let me get my camera to focus here for real quick. So your mode down here, right now it's just on time. I have it on 24-hour time, but it shows the date, the time, and the month and day there, as well as the year, 2017. If you click mode, now we go into a stopwatch mode, which we all know. Here is a memory mode where you can store different things. This is a countdown. So right now it's set for 60 minutes. If I start it, it'll count down from 60 minutes. Next is your world time, which right now looks like it's showing New York City. And I believe if you click this button up here, it'll cycle through. So now we've gone to Chicago, Mexico City, Denver, and so on. Los Angeles. Next one is your alarms, which is nice. I believe it has storage for 5 different alarms, so that's pretty cool. And then you go back to this your normal time mode here. If you want to change anything, you just click the adjust button, or I'm sorry, you hold it down. So like if you want to change the time, you would hold down this button here for a few seconds, and you see it blinking. So there's your time zone. If I continue pushing mode, it brings a different settings you can adjust. So I got it set to 24-hour. There's the time, hour, minutes, the year, so on and so on. Okay, you have your light right here, which is a little LED light. So it's not as good as the Indigo, Timex Indiglo lights, but it does have a little LED, which I'll try to show right there. So it still works. These have 100-meter water resistance, which is great. So you can pretty much do everything besides scuba diving with these. Snorkeling you can do. Just I wouldn't go too deep with them, but they list as 100 meters water resistant. The case size on these, this is a 49 millimeter, so that's really nice. So some of the G-Shocks are just huge, and this one being 49 millimeters is on the smaller side for the G-Shocks, so that's nice. Fits better on most wrist sizes. The case thickness is 14 millimeters, so it's not too thick either. A lot of the other Casio G-Shocks, they'll have a lot thicker case than that. They'll be like 15 or 16 millimeters. But overall, I mean, this thing is really held up nicely. I mean, for the money, they're hard to beat. They're great for, if you don't want to, they're just a beater watch. I mean, if you don't want to beat up your nicer watches when you go exercise, or maybe you want to play sports and wear a watch, this is a good option. or for hard work, like I mentioned. I mean, I've done construction work with these, and they held up. They held up just fine. So, anyways, I just want to give you a quick look at this old beat up watch here, but it just won't die. I mean, it's a great watch. I mean, you can see all the different battle scars on mine, but it just the band has held up. Still pretty pliable, even this old. 10 years later, it's still comfortable to wear. But anyway, if you got any questions or comments, just let me know. Thanks for watching.